Welcome, everybody. Alexander Mazzone broadcasting again. It's time for your December readings. So, trained in the tarot for years. Now it's been a good 10 years of giving readings, doing readings. And what I've been doing here for everybody is giving a reading dependent, like in a quantum manner, based upon your zodiac sign. So share it out, gather on in, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be alerted when I go live. Thank you all so much for joining. And yeah, I already got some people gathering in. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Having a very good day. What up, Owen? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let's get them thumbs up smashed. We get 12 people in here. Let's get 12 likes. 12 likes. Love you guys. Oh, look at that, just gathering on in. Thank you guys. We're up to 1,500 subscribers. I thank you from the bottom and top and all parts of my heart on all dimensions simultaneously. Thank you so much for everything. We're going to get right into the Aries reading because we got I'm so busy right now. I'm not complaining. It's a good busy. It's a good busy, but yeah, all the tarot class people are getting their one-on-ones on top of all my sessions, on top of all the jewelry orders for the holiday. I love you guys. I'm very grateful. It's just, December's December, So happy December. Let's get cracking right into the Aries. Thank you for joining. And like I said, love you guys. Thanks for being here. Oh, we're old school. I just realized I grabbed the regular cards. That's good. That's a good thing. Some people prefer the regular cards. Hey, Ruthie. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? So, I'm going to get right started with Aries. So in a quantum manner, what does Spirit want Aries to know about the month of December? Time for some preparation. Really? Okay, we're doing full spreads. Awesome. We're going to be here for a couple hours. Hey, Susan in Georgia. Aries timeline. So we're doing a timeline spread. Epic timeline spread for Aries. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, God. We're going to pretend that didn't pop. All right. All right, Aries, what do we have? That was a pretend it didn't popper. Oh, good. What the? Guys, what is this? Oh, sorry, I'm yelling. What is this? Somebody put a turd in the punch bowl. All right, we're going to find that turd in your punch bowl this month. Here at Galactic Tarot, we pride ourselves in finding the turd in your punch bowl. All right. Oh, God, now I got to talk about it. All right, this was the popper. And, when it comes up, it's multiplied. So we're gonna figure this out. We're going to figure this out, Aries. You and me together, we're going to figure this out. There's some sort of release here, okay, because we've got the bottom of the deck, so that's summing up every card in the reading. So when we have that card at the bottom of the deck, and this is one of the things that's hidden from most tarot readers, but I like to tell you guys about and my students, that basically has an overlay over every single card. So every single card has a release, some sort of tears that need to be shed, or something about a baby, some sort of thought process, or some sort of actual release in general, because as you can see, the cup shall floweth over. Okay, so we're seeing this going on. So let's interpret all of these cards from that standpoint. So, all right, so what do we have here? Okay, so we have the Devil card. All right, we have the Devil card coming up in the first position. And then what's over it? So this is for, and this is against. So what's against is this card that represents heartbreak or cheating. Okay, so Aries, talking to you. Let's have a heart to heart. Okay, let's have a heart to heart. That's East Coast for heart to heart. Who is this person? Who is this person that cheated that you need to forgive on them for? Okay, this is what needs to be done right now. This is what's going on with the full moon. This is what's going on with this release, this astrological and, timeline shift that we're all going through, this epic, there's a huge awakening, even in the awoken community, going on right now. So this is representing somebody, whether or not this was a cheating or somebody that broke your heart or somebody that betrayed you, there's some sort of forgiveness that needs to be taken into account here, okay? Because when we get to the emotional, we've got mind, body, spirit, okay? So when we have this mind, body, spirit card, this pyramid, if you will, this pyro in the middle, all right, this number 4, okay, in the emotional, mind, body, spirit. And then we get right into this physical shifts from these timeline shifts, okay? So this card that can and will, in this, for instance, represent timelines, represent making the right choice. How do you make the right choice if this, whoever this person is, or people, mind you, these situations have you living in the past, okay? So we need to make sure that you're living in the present, because when you're not in the present moment, you're moving forward, but you're looking backwards, and that's not how time magic works. That's not how timelines work. Okay, it gets right then into the past. All right, so in the past, we have this emperor. Who's the emperor representing? Who's this person from the past? Is this dad? Is this grandpa? Is this a boss figure? So this is somebody that was very influential, usually not somebody in your age demographic, okay? So this is somebody from your past that is obviously the reason why this has been going on, and not to blame them, but to just, what programming came from this person? What thought processes came from this person? If this is a card that represents cheating, who is this person that, as you were a kid, this is what you saw was going on in your own reality? Because this is what, Spirit's wanting me to get to the root of here. This is what we're getting down to that nitty gritty. Okay, so the future from this person, whoever they're representing, cough, cough, is it dad? We get to the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so this fiery goddess, all right? And this fiery goddess, this is all of you. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, this fiery goddess is the one that incinerates all. I have all this fire. What am I going to do with it? Oh, I don't know. Incinerate. Don't be late for the incinerate. Okay, what is he even talking about? Okay, so we have her. And then we have him or her, okay? We have this Page of Wands. These two are connected. So when we see these two connected, we see the Queen of Pentacles with all of her fire and all of her spiritual knowledge, because this can represent spirit or this can represent actual physical abundance, we then get to this card that represents spirituality and what we want to learn about, what we are learning about, Aries. So what is it that you're learning about, okay? Because when I look up in this direction, which I can get to in a minute, when I look up in this line of cards, all right, we get to this person who's doing work, doing physical work, but this is all in alignment with this card of spirituality. So is there something that excites you? Is there something that you want to be learning, okay, that needs to be done, okay? Not wants to be done, needs to be done. This is life purpose stuff, okay? So when I get to how do others perceive you? Others perceive working very hard right now, Aries, as we kind of all are. Like I was just telling you, it's been very, very busy for me, myself. But when I look at this card, does this mean hard work? Yes, it does. It can also be a card that represents forgiveness. Is there any pain, especially in that top right hip, the hips in general, hip flexors, obliques? When we need to forgive somebody, this pain can manifest in those areas. How can people see you? How are people see you? Are people seeing you work very hard? And this is your message. If people are seeing you complain about your lower back or your hips because you're either worried about money or you need to forgive somebody, and that's the thing that's being brought up, then that's what needs to be done or can be done. You don't have to do any of this. It's going to happen eventually, one way or the other. All right. So hopes and fears. I can't see why anyone would fear her. It's just what happened to her, okay, that people could fear. Obviously, people could be hoping for her. This is that card that represents the Earth Goddess, aka the one that was considered the witch. Okay, so there's been a lot of healings going on. There's been a lot of timeline shifts due to her, and by her, I mean that archetype. This past lifetime that we all share. We all share this past lifetime, and obviously in different circumstances. But this time that we were in our power, we were in our spiritual power, we were in our gifts, and we were punished for having that knowledge or protecting that knowledge or protecting our family and friends. Okay, so some people could be in a fear that this is going to repeat itself. It's not going to. Okay, we're all connected by social media. Whether or not they're shutting down our accounts or what they're trying to do to separate us, this separation is impossible. This separation will be dissolved, and we're all one, and we're all connected, and we're all doing the work. So now we get over here, okay? We get to this outlook, all right? Difficulty deciding whether to go left or go right. Once again, issues around the sacral chakra, issues around the hip, because this card can represent that, okay? So we're getting to things that can represent the lower back. We're getting to things that can represent this hurt from somebody cheating, unforgiveness. There's this ongoing theme of sacral energy and or hips and or lack and or difficult work, hip pain, lower back pain. So how is that manifesting for you? Or is that manifesting for you? Or just paying attention to, are you making the appropriate steps during this month of December? Okay. Are you sitting there and saying, I don't know whether to go left or go right. I don't know whether to go start this or not start this. I don't know whether to move here or do this or that or buy this or that. Just making sure that you follow that excitement and get it done, especially get the work done. Okay. So this is this one line of cards that I wanted to look at. Okay. Because this goes up like this. All right. When I see this, there's something to be learned. There's money to be attained and or spiritual energy from doing this work. So this is almost like this spiritual job set, the spiritual craft that is here when you're ready for it, okay? When you basically attain it, when you attain this knowledge, when you feel also that you're worthy of doing this thing, when you feel, I mean, I got people in the tarot class right now that are just so lit, they're so awesome, and I'm asking them, and this is not a dig to you if you're watching this whatsoever. This is, I want to inspire you to believe in yourself. But a good majority are telling me, oh, I can't charge money yet. Oh, I can't do this yet. And yes, they can, because they're impressing me as I'm doing these, as they're doing these practice readings with me, or whatever you call them, these trainings with me. They're very much so ready. And that's what this is saying, is difficulty whether going left or go right, and believing in yourself, believing in all this stuff. And then when we look up here in this top position, we see balance. We see the masculine and the feminine, this marriage, this blending of the two. So is there, are you guys mad at women? Are you guys mad at men? Are you guys mad at something that is you? Okay, because this is basically saying there's unforgiveness. There's something that you're mad at. And here's the thing, we're all one. So if there's something that we're having difficulty with, if there's something that we don't, tell me what sign Alexander's on. He's still on Aries. Yeah, they're wanting me to do full spreads. So we're going to be here for a bit. So this is basically saying the blending of the masculine and the feminine, knowing that it's all one. So if there is anything like this going on, if there is any past things, any traumas, the way to look at them and be grateful for any sort of traumas is without the trauma. If we're not thrust into the dark tunnel, then how do we see the light that we think is at the end of the tunnel that's actually coming through the keyhole? If we never align ourselves up with the keyhole, then we never attain the key. If we never attain the key, then we never open the door. If we never open the door, then you wouldn't even be watching this video right now. You wouldn't even be working on yourself, and you wouldn't even care about any of this stuff, because you guys are old souls, you're geniuses, you'd probably be in New York City on the stock exchange just making millions of dollars, okay? Because we're old souls, we know how to do this, but we came here with a purpose, and we're finding that purpose is what I'm getting back to. So this is just a reminder, Aries, we're all one, okay? We're all one. Finding what thought structure, belief structure could be preventing you from stepping onto the most powerful timeline to dissolve that information and to just say, I did this to myself. I agreed to this, whether or not what I'm saying is BS. Whether or not what I'm saying is BS. When we have the belief structure that I asked for this before I came here, I did this, this was part of my journey, we take all the power upon ourselves. We take all the power upon ourselves when we say, I created my reality, I'm going to continue to create my reality, and that's it. Whatever sign is watching this, that's the fact of the matter. If you take full ownership over your reality, instead of looking at these things like their traumas, looking at these people and being actually grateful for the things that they did, as hard as it may be to believe, okay? That's what needs to be done to truly step into the highest level of power. And this is what we see going forward, looking at either whether these cards are representing next month or the future, okay? We see debating, quarreling with people, some sort of worry about money. And then we see happiness, okay? We see the sun. What an epic, awesome card. to represent going forward. All right, so this is showing us these 2 or 3 potential timelines. There's the happiest and best timeline, which I'll be holding space, that you create, that you attain, that you forgive, that you attach to the best proper timeline and achieve balance, and just in whatever way. And I'm not sitting here saying that you're unbalanced. I'm sitting here saying that we all have work to do. No one would be here if you were done, okay? If you were done, you would have exited gracefully from this realm. So if you're here, if I'm here, if whoever's here pretending to be the guru or saying they're the guru, they're not the guru. You're your own guru. Boom. Shout out to my ladies over there in NC, okay? This is showing the potential timelines, okay? You can have a very, very happy timeline. You can have a timeline where you need to look through the spiritual window. Maybe you're worried about money, or these same things are still going on. Or you can have a timeline where you're arguing with people. So ask yourself, if you know, like whether this is representing family that doesn't agree with you doing spiritual work, whether this is representing loved ones and, you know, boyfriends, husbands, wives, whoever, that do not agree with certain things. Why does that matter to you? Okay? Why does that matter to you? You just step into your powers, please, everybody. We all got to do this together. All right. What's next? Who's after? Is it Taurus? Oh, I know. Yeah, Taurus. Taurus is next. Oh, and Aries. Aries. Alexander outdid himself. Okay, just as a little, little plugging my own stuff here, real quick. Alexander outdid himself. This has been over 10 years in the making. Over 10 years of notes. Over 10 years of collecting what needed to be collected. Bring you guys the most powerful lineup that I've ever created. Look at what am I even doing? Golden tiger's eye. Where do you even find that? Just ruby, your birthstone inside, fuchsite to balance, rose quartz. I know, guys, I don't know what to tell you. It's not the most masculine looking thing. Can I make it more masculine? Yes, I can. But these are the way the color spectrums come through for that sign. What's most beneficial? I just wanted to show you guys what was what here. I do it on stretch band. I got it on the clasp now. I'm picking up freaking 25-pound kettlebells with these on Instagram. Just we're doing the thing. We're doing the damn thing, guys. And I freaking love you guys. Moving on to Taurus. Moving on to Taurus. All right, Aries, get out of my deck. Okay, Taurus. December timeline. Doing the damn thing. What up, bro? All right. What's going on for Taurus? Is the Taurus a bull or is the Taurus a Taurus? Oh, that's not going to get annoying. I guess my phone is in vibration mode. I apologize for that. One more Taurus. Here we go. Oh, there's her again. Oh, there's them. Okay, there's that again. Alrighty. Oh, who are all these people? Who are all these people? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble controlling the volume of my voice. All right. So many cards, yes. All right, well, there's that again, but now it's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. That's at the bottom of the deck. All right, mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, spirit. There's her again. Okay, so we're seeing connecting factors from Aries over to this. You expect this to be strange, then it will be strange. Why do you say such things? All right, so we're not celebrating. Why aren't we celebrating when we're this powerful spiritual person? When we're this fire just emancipated in this sign that's like, oh, I wish I had more fire. You have so much fire, okay? You're one of the direct signs, okay? You're one of the fixed signs, all right? Okay, so we're not celebrating. Why aren't we celebrating? Let's see, okay? We get to the emotional. There needs to be an emotional release, Okay? What needs to be forgiven? What needs to be taken care of? What needs to be released that either we did or was done upon us? So once again, like I said, we're seeing a little bit of carryover from the last reading. Something needs to be released to, in the physical, whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, this card that represents physical, spiritual mastery, okay? So this card that's representing having the magic wand, being this magical individual, and, getting her done. What did we come here to do, family? Okay, so when I look at the past, I get the Empress card. Okay, so when I get the Empress card, I'm thinking mom right away. Right away, I'm thinking mom. So what it's like, kind of like, looks a little bit like Aries was dealing with dad a little bit more, and Taurus might be dealing with mom a little bit more. Okay, so thank you for balancing this, everybody watching this. Thank you for balancing this for everybody. Everybody on the planet. It's kind of like every month, every week, every day, every morning, every night, we all get a particular job based upon our archetype, based upon our zodiac sign. And it looks like Taurus is taking care of the mother figure, because we're getting both of these cards that represent the mom. We're getting the stern mom and we're getting the very loving mom. Okay, this is the mom that knows the truth, but sometimes doesn't have the best way of delivering it. Okay, and it goes right from this goddess of the truth to the wheel of fortune or the wheel of karma, okay? And this is, once again, this is this whole do unto others as we want done unto ourselves, speak to others as we want to be spoken to, because we're all one. The same message that's rolling over from this prior, like I said, this prior sign, all right? So getting from there, how are others observing us? Others are, who isn't observing us all this way? Others are observing us on a journey, okay? So what is going on with this stage of the journey that you're at? Okay, as you can see, this person doesn't look the most happy, okay? But what's really going on is the worst of the journey is over. The worst of the journey is over. They're already across the river, okay? Down by the river bend. I don't even know. I don't know. He's a little kooky, but you like it. All right, the worst of the journey is over, and this is what people are watching you on this journey, but your brother's here to let you know that the worst of that journey is over, okay? By far. Hopes or fears? This is a weird position for this card. Hoping to not be able to make a decision or fearing not being able to make a decision. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, so fearing not being able to make a decision. There's a simple thing to do for that. Just make the decision. Okay, moving on. Moving on to this abundance coming in mid-month, and or this huge spiritual download, because we see this money being handed out, this hand of God, of the original creator of your soul. And then we see this standing still. What do I do with this abundance? What do I do with this download? What is taking place? Okay. Right up into the top corner, the card that's kind of summing up the entire reading. We see this card that can represent soul retrieval. We see this card that can represent helping others. We see this card that can represent, almost like donating to charity or something like that. But achieving balance. We have these scales that can represent the sign of Libra, and or just helping in general. That's what that card represents. So all pentacles over at the top, all spiritual mastery, all pentacles, all really, really good stuff. Okay, what else? Let me just look at a couple of these lines. Okay, truth, karma, balance. Yeah, once again, there's just a focus on being true to yourself about how do you stack dharma. People are always like, I keep hearing the word karma, 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 when it just needs to be the word dharma, 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 all right? Stacking dharma is gonna, in turn, every one coin of dharma is gonna remove 2 coins of karma, okay? If you look at this in monetary way of looking at it. So when we look at this, it's basically everything saying, you know the truth, make the decision, and all that's really important right now is stacking dharma. You guys have made it, and you're going to see that middle of the month. Middle of the month looks awesome, okay? So from there yonder, okay, looking forward to the next month, we see this card of representing friends. You heal me, I heal you. We see this rainbow bridge. How epic is that? And then we get to the moon. So the next couple of moons are going to make a huge, huge influence on you, Taurus, okay? The moon probably this month, probably last month's, or just yesterday's. And there's some sort of friend that you can be having these conversations with, somebody that's of your archetype, somebody that's very similar to yourself. There's somebody that you can be doing this work with, figuring out what's going on, figuring out this transmutation. But either way, it's all ascension. It's all rainbow bridge and unicorns and rainbows, okay? Unicorns, rainbows, and just dolphins jumping over sunsets, okay? So this is really good stuff, all right? Reminder of what's at the bottom of the deck. And yeah, I really like this. I mean, keep in mind, just now, this moon we just went through, you know, there was this whole like original Gemini moon before everything, like, you know, during this time period that we've been in started getting weird. And now we went through the Gemini again, and it was with an eclipse. So we had just had this lunar eclipse take place. And, you know, I'm putting this here because I'm about to be talking about Gemini anyways. And, you know, a lot of things are shifting for everybody. And a lot of things that we thought were real, we're realizing they're not real, okay? And we just believed they were real, all right? So just moving onward and upward, and just, you know, it's gonna be an epic, awesome year next year, guys. And I'm not saying just like disregard the rest of 2020, even though it's only a month left. But, you know, next year's our year. This is our time, guys. You know, everything's gonna be shifting. All this like Capricorn, 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 that, you know, if you watch back the old videos, I was just like, oh, this is going to be nuts. And I had no idea it was going to be as nuts as it was. But that's all shifting. It's all shifting to Aquarius. Everything's shifting to a much more wholesome, awakening, ascension place. Okay? So get excited, and let's manifest more of that. What we need is more cowbell. Okay? That's what we need. And the cowbell is ascension. The cowbell of ascension. Oh, look at this. Just to show Taurus. Just to show Taurus. Just how epic. Have you had your emeralds yet today? Have you had your high-grade amber? Okay, we got emerald and just all the things. All the things, Taurus. Okay. It's epic. I promise you. These are going to be, if you have had one of these before, I promise you, your Zodiac one will end up your favorite ever. It's just your magical stones, your talismanic stones. It's kind of like I made the old popular Ultimate Shield, except it's even better because it's for your sign. It's like your Ultimate Shield. It does a little bit of everything. Lot of silver. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I know how you Taurus love silver. Okay. Who's next? Gemini. Let's go. Alrighty, what is the message for Gemini? Let's take a look. Gemini December timeline. Oh boy, we're already at 30 minutes. I don't even know if I have time to do all of these. We'll do our best. I have sessions in a little while. If we have to, Alexander will do 6, and he'll do 6 more tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. Never done that before. Did I get Pocahontas stuck in anyone else's head? Because I got it stuck in my own head. So I apologize. Okay. Okay. Why is this happening? Why are they reading? Oh my God. Okay. So the same card in the last position twice in a row. All right. Bottom of the deck, a new beginning. Are you watching where you're going? Okay, let's see. Let's take a look, Gemini. All righty. Okay, here we go. All right, we're back to this awesome card that no one likes to see. Is it look through the spiritual window, or is it some sort of money worries? Okay, so what's going on in your reality is what they're asking me to ask you. All right, so this is either look through the spiritual window and something needs to be looked at in a more spiritual manner, okay? or there's some sort of, like I was saying before, do unto others as you want done unto yourself. And then we're getting this release. If you're worried about money, if you're having, if you're saying out loud, or you're allowing others to say in your reality that something's going on with your money, then you're going to manifest more of that. Okay. There are belief structures. Your beliefs will be your life. So what is your belief structure? Because this is saying it's not being released. It's down on its side and it needs to be released. There's a lot going on in December with this message of release already, just getting through these 3 signs and seeing this reoccurring theme. So we get to this emotional category of the friend. Okay, so who is this friend to you? Who is this similar archetype or this person that you think of when I first say this, that is going through a similar situation, or is here, to you two to reflect off of each other to get this work done. You heal me, I heal you is the message here. So there's this emotional friend, which means that they don't have to really be there in the physical. They might be on the computer. They might be over the phone, long distance. They might be in person. But this is basically saying, where's your emotional support? Because it's around you. You just need to realize that, or remember that, or, figure out who this person is to you. So when we look into the physical, once again, we get this card of standing still, okay? Standing still with money, all right? Standing still with spirituality. Not moving when there could and should be movement, okay? And, this is one of those things that comes up with abundance is, that whole saying, you got to spend money to make money or whatnot. This is basically saying just moving things around. When you leave money to just sit there, and this is a little bit of magic for anybody, if you say you have $20 bills, okay, you have $20 bills. If every time you make more money, you put it on top of the pile, and this money at the bottom just sits in the drawer, sits in the shoe box, or sits in the safety deposit box or whatnot, this energy gets stagnant, okay? So you want to, if you're putting new money in, you want to take the old money out, if that makes sense. You don't want to continue to just move off of the top and let this energy get stagnant at the bottom. But that's what this card is almost reminding me of, is they're basically saying, instead of worrying about money, sometimes you've got to move the money around or spend money to make money. It also could be some sign of is there an advertisement that you could make? Is there some way that you could be advertising yourself or your gifts or your skills, or, putting your resume out there? But this is basically saying, once again, that this needs to be released, this money worries or whatever this thought process is, okay? Mind, body, spirit. Once again, this card comes up 3 readings in a row, all right? So we're seeing this card that represents mind, body, and spirit in the past. So this is a reminder to things were going really, really great pretty recently, okay? And things still are going really, really great. If they're not, then it's based upon a certain thought structure that you've been basically either tricked or allowed yourself into thinking this thought structure. Whether it's something that's going on in the world, hint, hint, wink, wink. We don't talk about it anymore. We don't want all the accounts shut down. But basically, you can be just as powerful, if not more powerful than ever before. And you need to be always attaining for the highest high possible, better than you could ever expect. And this is the same stuff Alexander's been saying for years. And this is what needs to be done. This is what absolutely needs to be done. You can believe in yourselves and get whatever the heck it is done. But if you believe in lack, if you believe in suffering, if you believe in whatever this is, there'll just be more of that, okay? Because here we go with the karma, okay? Here we go with this wheel of karma, this wheel of dharma. Once again, this card that was just up in the last reading, we're seeing this reoccurring theme. And then we get over to working, okay? We get to this card that represents work. If you're watching this video, you do not have karma, okay? You have dharma. So stop waiting for the wheel to stop. The wheel has stopped. My dog's probably going to go crazy now. That's awesome. So anyways, working on yourself, when you've already done all the work, you're here, all right? You're watching this video, okay? You're a good person, all right? You just need to realize that this isn't a factor anymore. Some people stay in this worried state. They stay in this state of lack, or they stay in this state of doubt because they believe something they did before was wrong. You have not done anything wrong, okay? For us to have done something wrong, That means that we had to be 100% awake, or at least awake enough that we knew we were awake. And as we were doing it, we knew that we were making a mistake. Okay, those are mistakes. If you've done that recently, then I hold space for you and just, stack some Dharma. But if you made mistakes before you opened that doorway, before you got the key, you stuck it in the keyhole, you popped it open, and you opened the door, you haven't made a mistake. Okay, that's how we learn. That's how we hand ourselves those little karmas, to then be like, well, that's weird. I said this thing and it happened to me. Oh, that's weird. I did this thing and it happened back to me in the next relationship. Oh, that's weird. XYZ. Okay, so this is reminding you and telling you to just choose the best possible timeline. We're seeing another timeline shift going up when I look above these cards. Okay, I'm seeing another timeline shift coming. And if you have the belief structure, the thought structure that you've done wrong things and you're still paying off karma, then that's going to affect the timeline that you end up choosing. Okay, how do others see you? Okay, this card that represents debate or argumentative nature. So this is how people view you during December. Probably not the way you want to be viewed during December. Okay, so don't argue with people. What do you have to prove? What do you have to prove? Basically arguing with some other reflection of yourself. All right, so take the ego out of it, take whatever it is out of it, and go home with all of your energy. Whoever this person is, whether it's a boss or whatever figure or a friend or a family member or whoever, when they try to get a rise out of you, you do not need to allow them to get this rise out of you. It's like kind of like that comical thing that I always bring up when people say, well, so-and-so triggered me. No, you allowed so-and-so to trigger you. No one's ever triggered you. People can act a fool, and their acting a fool can then, us in turn, we can allow ourselves to become triggered. Try going into some, monastery up in the Himalayan mountains and triggering the monks there. Good luck. Hopes and fears, all right? So this is some fear of a doctor, some fear of a lawyer, or some fear of somebody ex-military. Because, what could this be hoping for? This could be hoping for mastery. This could be hoping for attaining the truth, but you already have the truth. We already see that. You have the truth when you're on this timeline and you choose the best and appropriate timeline, which is something that is just going to happen when the thought process, when the thought structure is in alignment with it, okay? Because once again, we're getting to this person that holds the sword of truth. We're getting once again to this person that can represent the lawyer. So is there something going on with a lawyer? Are you worried about something going on law-wise? I hope not. But either way, let's just look at this from a spiritual timestamp here. All right, once again, balance. Once again, we have these scales. I'm actually wondering if something epic is going on astrologically with Libra, or at least with these signs, because we've gotten the scales in almost every reading so far. So we're seeing the truth. We're seeing beyond the veil. And then when we get right over here, we get back to this card that represents the timeline. Are you choosing the appropriate timeline? Okay, look at how you've been thinking and how you've been feeling, and just picture more of that going forward. Okay, we have to be stubbornly optimistic. And that's what this is saying, is there needs to be some sort of release, okay? So we get over to this card, all right? This is in the one of these cosmic positions, one of these summing up all things positions. And reminder, what was at the bottom of the deck? The new beginning. So we need some new beginning and need to be looking where we're going and need to be taking accountability over our own reality. So this is representing text messages, phone calls, emails, some way of getting in touch with somebody. Who is this? Whoever this person is to you. Once again, just as a reminder. Who is this emotional support person that probably you haven't even realized is basically some reflection of your own archetype and your own self, okay? This is showing you getting in touch with this person, being in touch with this person, working your way through whatever it is without arguing, without getting triggered. Okay, Gemini? All right? Looking forward to the month after. Once again, we have this card that says timeline shifts are coming. We have this card, which is not a timeline anyone wants, feeling betrayed and feeling stabbed in the back. And then we have, obviously, Rainbow Bridge and celebration. As we've been telling you for years, the divide is about to get very wide. It's going to be very obvious who's on the good timelines and who's on the bad timelines, okay? So once again, the moon as the last card in the exact position. What is that? 78 times 78 times 15 times 15. The mathematical odds of this card being in the same position twice in a row is pretty odd. I'll just say it that way. But what I'm saying here is Spirit is telling you to release whatever's holding you back, Gemini, to choose the appropriate and best timeline, because these are the two options going forward. I don't see who would choose this, so I'm going to put it down. But I'm just going to let you know, this is going to be your future if you want this to be your future. And the only thing that you need to do for this to be your future is just release everything that isn't serving you and just be positive and just be happy and just be loving. And that's it. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. It's just sometimes easier said than done. But as I was telling Aries earlier, when we take accountability for all of our traumas and we look at our traumas as we manifested them, we asked for them before we came to this realm. We asked for them to reach our place of ascension. We said, you know, I might need this trauma to take place for me to find my power, for me to find my spirituality. That can sometimes help you forgive the people that need to be forgiven. Okay? So, oh yeah, just a quick, ooh, Gemini, the 4 twins, just epic. Just, I didn't even, yeah, look at that aquamarine. All right, oh, would you look at it? We've got the, I just want like one of the little spinning things and just do like the spiritual home shopping network. People always joke with me about that. Oh, right here we have this beautiful piece of emerald. Moving on, who's next? Cancer. Oh, that's easy. I could just look at the bracelets and see who's next. All righty then. Okay, Cancerians, gather on in. Like, we're already here, Alexander. Oh, one more. Oh, my legs. Okay. All right. Hold me close to tiny Cancer. I don't even. It's way too early to get loopy. I'm just on my first water sign. It's gonna be a crazy set of video. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. All right, focus, Alexander. Cancer timeline. They say laughing at your own jokes is a sign of insanity. Oh no, I don't need a break, Angela. I'm good. I'm just going nonstop. 2, 3, there we go. Cancer timeline. Okay. Oh, yay, we get a different. Okay, maybe it's not so different. Was so different. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Yeah. I don't end a card reading on a sword often, but when I do, it's the goddess. Okay. We love her. Okay, bottom of the deck. Something's happening very, very quickly. Okay, what is happening quickly? All right. All the elements on the table. What is down inside the matrix is down inside the spirit. Okay. All right. Once again, we're getting to this reoccurring theme about karma and the lack thereof of it. Okay, so we get to the star. This is your spirit guide, Cancer. This is whoever your spirit guide is, or maybe a higher self, other dimensional version, as Alexander likes to call them. And then the magician's down on their side. Having all of the elements on the table, which you do, I promise you do, is down on its side. Okay? All right, so let's see why. All right, so emotionally, we have this Wheel of Fortune, but it's not in the physical category. This hasn't been in the physical category. So once again, focusing on the positive and realizing you haven't done anything wrong, because obviously there's somebody in your life in December that's creating a lot of drama. I don't think this is you. I hope and pray this is not you, and I don't think it is. But who's this person creating drama for you? So this is kind of a warning for Cancer to pay attention to who this person is. Do not allow them to trigger you, okay? Sometimes we got to find the turd in the punch bowl, okay? So there's going to be a turd that attempts to be in your punch bowl, okay? But you know, you can just put some saran wrap over it and protect your punch, okay? Protect your punch, Cancer, okay? All right, so looking back at the past, all right, we see this card that represents fighting, arguing. So who is this person? Can you have a decision of somebody that you we're not arguing, we're just debating. We're whenever those words come up, can you have a pre-warning about who this person is? So when they do show up, so when they do act a fool, you can say, this is what Alexander warned me about, and not let it rile you. Please do not get riled, Cancer. I love you guys. I know you don't rile a Cancer. You don't rile a Cancer, because then they're going to go under their rock and the claws come out. And if you try to dig them out, they just go under further and the claws open up. Okay. Don't go under the rock. All right. That's all I'm saying. Whoever this person is, this is weak sauce. Okay. There's just a lot of weak sauce. All right. So do not argue with them. Find out who this person is. All right. Don't put the weak sauce on your burrito. All right. Because what I see when I look mid-month, I'm seeing this difficulty deciding whether to go left or go right. Difficulty deciding to go left or go right. And then I see this card that represents the High Priestess, the best card in the deck. Well, at least Alexander's favorite. This knowledge of light and shadow and having all the gifts and all the secrets and seeing beyond the veil, okay? Once again, we're getting the moon. There's like a moon in every single reading. There's a moon. We keep seeing this focus on the moon, all right? Focus on spirit. So when I'm looking at this, I'm seeing once again these two potential timelines. This timeline where you can choose to hold on to something which you know is not serving you, Cancer. Who is this person? Who is this place? Who is this thing that is not serving you? Okay? Or you can trust in spirit. You can trust in the oracle that you are. Okay? How do people observe you? People observe you as very loving water sign. Oh, how shocking. Cancer is a very loving water sign. One of the most nurturing signs of them all. Love you guys. Okay? As a Leo, I love having you guys in my life. And yeah, sometimes you need a little cheering up. Sometimes I need to joke around and get you to laugh. But you guys are very loving, very nurturing. You're the first to start cleaning up somebody's house or something like that. And just like they're feeling guilty. So we're seeing that people are viewing you in this manner as this very, very loving. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, there's something masculine about being loving and being that rock. So what are we seeing? We're seeing this person out to sea being the rock. So be the rock for whoever with this warning of whatever this potential drama is. It doesn't have to be drama. You have to allow yourself to get riled like you used to in the past is what this says. Hopes and fears. Hoping for some sort of gigantic spiritual download or hoping for some money to come in. I will be co-creating that with you. I can't see why you'd be fearing that. So we're not even going to talk about that because that's a little crazy. Okay. All right. Moving on. The Lover's card. All right. So is this a soulmate? Is this some sort of soul family also? Is this somebody, whatever, because this is in alignment with this drama. So is this actually a love thing? Not so much. That's not how I'm seeing this. It can be, okay? This can be a love thing. All right. If the person that's the Page of Swords is the romantic partner. If they're not, if you're single right now, or if this person doesn't show back up during December, it's all about figuring out who this person is, this soul family member that is this page, okay? That is this page, all right? So this is something that you're working on this with this person, whether you know it or not, okay? Because we got this card that can represent this chaos of all things possible. Very, very good things, very, very bad things, and everything in between, okay? So the only way that this is a potential reality, the only way that this can happen is if you allow the drama, if you allow this person, this situation to get you to close up and to get you to have difficulty, okay? So just please don't do it. Just don't do it, okay? Because when we look up here in this cosmic position, we have this Page of Pentacles, okay? So having this money, having this spiritual download, having this kind of being in this place in between things, not in a place of lack, but not in a place of crazy, crazy abundance, having this, this download or this thing that needs to be nurtured, basically, that needs to be blossomed, okay, into the gigantic raging tree that continues to grow for generations and generations, okay? And how is this possible? Once again, we're getting carryover from the last reading. Who's this friend? Who's this friend that you work on finding the truth with, okay? Who's the friend, okay? Who's the friend that is very, very similar to you, probably the same archetype, Pay attention, do your thinking, do your digging, and find who this person that you can co-create, figuring out all this stuff, talking your way through whatever this is before you allow it to trigger you. If you become triggered, it's all about catching yourself before it becomes worse, okay? Catching yourself before you say or do that thing that can resolve in some sort of karma or weird energy, okay? So pay attention, Cancer. You have an opportunity through this warning, okay? And I hate to even use the word warning, but you have an opportunity to avoid this completely and just get on the best possible timeline. It's almost like a test, not a warning. It's like a test or a pop quiz. Spirit was about to give you a pop quiz, but your brother Alexander's on it like Donkey Kong it, and he's letting you know. So pay attention. And that's all. So like I said, if you do become triggered, don't be like, oh no, I failed. This is what Alexander's worrying about. No, for you to have failed, I would think days have to go by of you dwelling in that energy. Do not dwell in the energy. I hope that you get this message in time. And I hope that if any of you know a Cancer and you can see that they're going through this, you share this video with them. You should be sharing it anyway. But yeah, love you guys. This is awesome. The truth shall set you free. Look at this feminine Valkyrie, epic, awesome. Love her. We love her. Okay. All right, let's pick that on up. We're going to move along to Leo. Leo. Okay. Oh, and Cancer. Yeah, he's going to do this for every sign, isn't he? Isn't he? Look at that high-grade amber. We got some high-grade amber here over here. We got aquamarine, and yeah, those are real emeralds. You know what to do. You know what to do. Alexander makes magical stuff, okay? Let's be real. Leo, let's go. All right. Oh. Leo December timeline. Oh, yeah. All right. Bottom of the deck. Okay, so everything once again has the overlay of release. So Aries, same card, same position, fire sign. Leo, fire sign, same card, same positioning. Okay, so first and foremost, difficulty whether to go left or go right. Some decision that needs to be made. Some decision with some offering of love. Okay. So when I look at this, I'm already just, being a Leo, looking at what's been going on in my own life. And that's not what we're here to talk about today. But what this makes me think of is there somebody that we have to tell them that we forgive them, even though they haven't said sorry? Is there something that needs to be released from the past? Cough, cough, like maybe an old Facebook account that I can't get back into, something like that. But we're seeing a manner of things for Leo. What needs to be released? What are we waiting for to make this offering, to do this thing that just isn't happening? Okay? There's difficulty whether to go left or go right when there is no left. There only is right. That's what this says. Okay? So there is a little bit, Leo, of forgiving somebody, even though they haven't said sorry. I definitely see that message here. Because when we get to the emotional, it's like, oh, I got this thing. The biggest hats are the biggest mental thought processes. Okay, so we see this is a pretty big hat, but it's only the Page of Pentacles, so it's not like that crazy, like, you know, Two of Pentacles or something like that. There's not a whole ton of giant hats going on here, but we're seeing that something's going on emotionally. So us being honest with ourselves and sitting here and thinking, what is this situation? And then maybe giving Mama Bear a call, okay? Because here we go with the intuitive mother, whether this is you, whether this is actual physical mother, or whether this is some sort of mother figure, this multi-dimensional woman showing up in the physical. So somebody that we talk to about whatever this is and get to the bottom of it. Whatever the heck the thing is, you know, tuning in with the goddess, tuning in with whether it's mom or some other feminine, powerful figurehead for us, and figuring out, not figuring out, asking them their opinion on these two cards, okay? All right, because when we look at the past, this is still us. Let's be real. There's my card, baby. Everybody loves that card. So you see this card in the past of this just like light warrior charging into battle with what? What's in the future? Ooh, that magic wand. Okay, so some sort of upgrade. Some sort of upgrade's going on here. But once again, connected to this card, connected to the friend. So, Leo, we need to figure out who this friend is for us. There's definitely this theme of brotherhood, sisterhood, you know, us coming together as a community and doing certain works together with the people that remind us of ourselves. And they might not remind you of yourself. They might just be a friend and you haven't even realized that this person is your archetype. But when I look at what's above this and one of the lines that we go through, we get the Knight of Swords. So things are going to be happening quickly this month. This month is going to be over before you blink your eyes. You're going to be like, oh my God, we're already in 2021. We made it. Okay, 2020 was a doozy, wasn't it? But it wasn't as bad as some people are broadcasting it was. All right, so who is the friend that we situate all of these things with, that we work on all of these things with, okay? Or at least have these conversations about what's going on in their life, to have this level of venting. Because we see the friend and then we also see mom, okay? So there's definitely something going on here for some sort of release, because there's this card that represents difficulty, whether to go left or go right. So moving on. All right, moving on. How do others observe us? Others observe us working very hard. Okay, so you've probably been observing me. That's what it feels like. So others are observing the sign of Leo as they're working very hard, or they're focusing on their work and maybe not focusing on other things or other distractions as much as they used to, because they're getting a lot of work done this month, okay? I just threw that right at the camera. What a good card to throw at you guys. You know, if you're going to throw a card at the camera, make it the High Priestess, okay? That's what the world needs. We need more of that. Insane close-up camera. Whoa. What movie? Anyone? Why didn't that cover the whole camera? Okay, there it is. There it is. Oh, I had to align it. Whoa. Okay, I'm done. He's done acting like a child for now, for at least 5 seconds. And we're back. No. All right, so hopes, fears. Obviously, this is a hope. Obviously, this is a hope. Hoping being able to see beyond the veil, hoping having all this just spiritual power, and just, we love her. We love her. You already know this, okay? All right, so once again, here come these emails, phone calls, text messages. Who's the friend? Who's the friend? Cece knew. Thank you, Cece. All right, who's the friend? All right, who's the friend? Because this is in alignment. This is on angles with the friend, but more in alignment with Mama Bear. All right, whoever this mother figure is. Okay, so things moving very, very quickly. Okay, things moving very, very quickly. And then we get back to her. But what's at the top? Once again, standing still. Why is there so little movement going on in December? I'm not really quite sure. Could it be, you know, maybe some quarantines going on, people not being able to leave the house, or whatever the heck's going on? I don't know. But Alexander likes to see more movement than he's seeing. So he's going to take this as a warning and get whatever movement needs to be done, get whatever bottom of the deck releasing needs to be done, released, and moving on to what? The new beginning, where we're looking where we're going. For this Mastery of Fire, what an awesome card to represent Leo. And whether this is representing actual physical children, or whether this is representing your inner child, these two are very clearly connected. This is showing the Mastery of Fire and then working with these children, whether this is your own inner child, having the feminine and the masculine, which we both all have, okay? We all have, regardless of what body, regardless of what vessel you're in. It's about being strong in our power, all right? Whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, being in our power, and then knowing that it's all there, okay? Not being in the state of, you know, I see sometimes a lot of the men demasculating themselves, and this is something that I've been guilty of in the past, you know, through certain stages of the awakening. We can get confused. So that's probably a subject for a later day. But for now, just looking at how epic this is. We have a ton of blue skies. We have a ton of yellow skies. I love what I'm seeing. It's all about magical mastery and just being in touch with this friend to make these decisions that need to be made, that have needed to be made. So what decisions were in November that you're seeing continue over into December is my question to you, Leo. And releasing what is no longer serving us. And if you're having trouble deciphering what needs to be released, this mother figure is there to help, and there's a friend there to help. Whether or not they're long distance, whether you got to call them on the phone, text message them, email them, there is assistance around you, okay? You just need to figure out who the people are, okay? All right. All righty then. All right. So there's Leo. Okay, we're getting through this. We're getting through this, everybody. Okay. On to Virgo. All right, but before we do that, you know what he's got to show you? He's got to show you that Leo new. Oh my God, he's throwing it. He's throwing it. Oh God, this video is doing very little justice because it's so blurry. Yeah, that Amber's got a certificate of authenticity because it is very, very faked. It's very popular to fake Amber, and it's very difficult to that's actually a video I got coming out this next month, guys, to get excited for. I'm going to be making a video, you know, just not to call myself the authority, but to still call myself the authority in general of gemstones, of crystal alchemy. I'm going to tell you how to tell if your crystals are real or if your crystals are fake. And we're going to be giving you a whole bunch of fun things. This is something that came up with me and a brother I was having a conversation with, and he's like, you should make this video. And I was like, bro, I'm so excited about that. So that's going to be coming very soon on this channel. How can you tell if your crystals are real? How can you tell if your crystals are fake? And this is something that's been going on for thousands of years. People look at this whole like gemstone thing like it's a recent development, and they blame China, or they blame this, or they blame that. The person that invented the encyclopedia, this Pliny the Elder, I've got a quote written down from when Jesus was alive of him saying, you know, the atrocious nature of people faking gemstones and crystals. I got a video for it. It's a doozy. But I'm not going to give too many spoilers, but fucking love you guys. Virgo, gather in. All right. Okay. What do we have for Virgo? Okay. Of course. Thank you, Crystal Shami. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I see 44 people, 31 likes. Get on that. Virgo December timeline. Like a Virgo, ooh, red for the very first time. Who are all these kids? All right. Oh my God. Enough. I don't have a way to shut that off, I don't think. Hey guys, we got a shocker here. The Ace of Cups came up again. That's a shocker. And there's that guy again. All right, the Knight of Swords. All right, moving very quickly. All right, so it seems like stagnation's been going on, but we're actually moving very, very quickly. All right, let's take a look here. All righty. Feeling a little pent up, like you want to go somewhere, but you feel like you can't go somewhere. Okay. This is talking about how Virgo celebrates when they can go on this vacation, or they can get away to the water, whether it's because of it being cold outside and they feel it's too cold to go to the water, and or this is actually a vacation spot or a vacation that they want to go on that they can't go on because of the current state of the world. All right. We get to this emotional card of, once again, standing still with their money. So it's like Virgo has money that they want to spend on going on this trip, going on this vacation, going to this place, but they're not doing it for reasons. Okay. So in the physical, we have this mind, body, spirit. Okay. We got mind, body, and spirit, the physical, the energetic, and the soul. Okay. So when we look at this, all right, we see this in alignment with these two children, because we get to this child from the past. Okay, we get to this child from the past, and we get this child from the future. Okay, so like I said, who are these kids? It's these two aspects of the child. There's two aspects of the inner child. Okay, so this is saying the importance for Virgo of getting out, booking this trip, going on this trip. Things might seem different, things might be different, and this might be something that you can actually do. That there might just be a thought process that you think you can't go on this trip or this vacation or go to this place, go visit this place. Because we're seeing this child with this connection to the water, and then we're seeing this future card, which once again is one of the cards that can, depending on what else is with it, represent a little bit of a thought structure that needs to be dissolved, a little bit of sadness or something like that. So this might be a place, or maybe instead of going on vacation or going to this other place that you really want to go to, there's somewhere that you used to go closer by, where you went when you were a child. Okay. Okay. The card that's connected to this Page of Pentacles is the most loving man in the deck. Okay. So whether this is representing dad back in this past timeline, or this is representing you, or this is representing this blending of either these two choices, the inner child, that not the inner child, because this is the inner child, this kind of like, oh, poor me, this little bit of sadness, or just like taking the power from love, being this powerful, loving bastion that you are, okay? Because how are others seeing you? Others are seeing you either recollect something from a tomb, which this feels more like a bed, because this card can represent a bed. So others are seeing you kind of just, hang around at the house, and you want to get out of the house, so get out of the house. Nobody said you can't get out of the house. Maybe you just need to go somewhere nearby, or but this is showing the importance of movement for the sign of Virgo right now, okay? Hopes or fears. This is obviously, once again, fearing being stuck at home, or fearing being somewhere alone, or because I can't see why you would fear meditation, okay? This is a card that represents meditation or spending time alone in nature, okay? So once again, we're getting to the importance of nature and getting out and, spending time, whether it's by yourself or with this other person, with other people, with your family, out in nature, okay? Even though, like I said, this might seem difficult due to weather, due to time, due to situations, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so once again, we have a card looking at the past. We're moving forward while we're looking backwards, okay? So this is representing something that needs to be forgiven. And one of the diagonals this is in alignment with is this Page of Pentacles. So we're seeing this card, okay, that represents you moving forward while looking backwards. So paying attention to that mid-month in December. What is it that you're focusing on, Virgo? Or not focusing on? What are these subconscious thought structures? Being willing to find them and dig them out and release them, releasing these thought structures that are keeping you focused on the past. When we relive the past, we produce the same cortisol that we did then. We produce all these things and these thought processes and create a reality that we do not want. So we need to forgive the past, release the past, and be grateful for the past. I know a lot of people, depending on your traumas, depending on your situations, this may be difficult to do. But I promise you, like I was saying before in a couple of the other readings, like Aries and Leo, the way that you become the most powerful is by stepping into that power and taking ownership over you created these situations, okay? So just instead of blaming people, all right, remember that you're a high angelic and take complete control over your reality. Okay, so now we have a card that can represent money worries, but it doesn't in this circumstance. This represents, because we already saw that certain things are pretty good with money, or they're going to be this month. This is saying to look through the spiritual window. So to look through the spiritual window and maybe make this little bit of sacrifice of not going on the vacation or not going on the trip that you want to be going on, and where is there closer by or nearby or something that you can manifest or create that you haven't thought of yet. That's what the message is here for you guys, okay? And holy wowzer, look at this going forward into January, okay? All right, so this release, we got this, look at this paladin with the magical wand, okay? So these are the two possible timelines. You have this timeline of being this super magical paladin that you are, light warrior that you came here to be, or you can have this timeline of releasing. Why don't you release now and just experience more of this? This is magic. This is awesome. This is what you came here for. This is why we incarnated on this planet, is for more of this, okay? So when we get this precursor of this has been going on for all of the signs, why don't I do this now, Virgo? Okay? Why don't I figure out what needs to be released before Alexander just gives the same reading next month? Okay? I love you guys. Okay, because it's going to happen quick. It's going to be over. We are on Virgo, Dana C. All right, we're picking up these cards. Virgo is done. All the timestamps will be updated later. Virgo's done. We are on to Libra. Yeah, Libra. Oh, yeah. Okay. All righty. Oh, Virgo. Oh, Virgo with your epic moonstone and all your awesome things. Look at all your things, Virgo. Alrighty. Okay. Moving on. Libra, let me clear the deck. Okay. Oh, yeah. And that's on a blurry video. You could only see it in person. Hello, Anna Banana. Ooh. Why is that guy following us? Oh. Not a release for once. It's more of a truth shall set you free. Lots of aces today, huh, guys? Okay. All right. What do we have here? All right. Love. Tough decision. What? No, okay. Don't judge. Don't judge, Libra. Alexander, be good. All right, this says love is a tough decision. Doesn't make the most sense to me, but it does at the same time, because I know some people that are working on this, okay, that are of this sign, okay. It doesn't have to be a tough decision, okay. It doesn't have to be a tough decision, and that's that whole the truth shall set you free at the bottom of the deck, okay. Emotionally, things are going to be moving very quickly this month for you, okay. So there's going to be a little bit of emotions are going to rise quickly, and then emotions are going to dissipate quickly. All right. But there's something physically being retrieved or some sort of work that needs to be done, and not actual physical work, more like work to help others. There's some sort of help that can be given. All right. At some point during the month here. And what a good month to be helping this, this month of, the holidays, this holiday month. So we look into the past, and then we get the Queen of Cups. We get this, this card that is very Libra-ish, Virgo-ish, this time of the year-ish, this multi-dimensional goddess, this mother figure, this intuitive, protective mother card. in the past. Okay, so we see her, all right? So we see her, and what's she in alignment with? She's in alignment with love is a tough decision. So who's this person that you know? Who's this very, very loving person that you see needs to either forgive or work on certain things or release certain things, okay? Because we're getting to this timeline, this magical timeline, this magical, awesome thing of just being in the power of your inner child, okay? Being in the power of your inner child, okay? Once again, the truth shall set you free. The connection of these two aces, all right? And if love is a tough decision, okay? All right? Alexander's going to be real with you. If love is a tough decision, inner child's not in the suit. Inner child needs to be in the suit to be fully in your power to attain this magical ability. Okay? So let's make love not a tough decision, or whatever this is, this forgiveness, or whatever needs to take place for you to be the most loving version. This is what's most important for your own personal development right now, Libra. Okay? How do others see you? Others see you celebrating. Awesome. Good for you. Others see you having some sort of, so this could either be, there's too many people in the love picture and people are seeing this, but I'm not really seeing a lot of cards with that. I'm seeing more people are seeing you celebrate. So yeah, we need more of that. I wish people saw us all celebrating all the time, which is coming very, very soon. Hopes or fears, Libra. Okay. Fearing something at night, fearing things keeping you up at night, fearing some sort of thing with the dream state or dream time or the witching hour, something waking you up. Because obviously you don't, who would hope for this card? Does this look like a card anyone would hope for? All right. So just remembering your dreams, working on remembering your dreams. I can't wait for that next dream video that we're going to be doing here. It's like my favorite new thing that's been added to the channel. So get ready for that. That'll be coming in a week or so. Yeah, paying attention to your dream state is the message here, Libra. And sometimes you might get a certain message in dream time where the dream seemed like a nightmare or a bad dream, but the message and the interpretation is actually very good. So that would be a good video for your sign to watch coming up this month. And look at this right here. Once again, we get timelines. We get timelines, but these timelines are huge because we're not getting these timelines of the person in the same place. We're getting these timelines of the person in a different place, moving from place to place, or from, going from trip to trip, okay? Even though we're feeling like we cannot do this right now, the only way you'd not be able to do this right now is if the inner child is not in the suit. The only way the inner child would not be in the suit is if there's this, whatever this decision is to be loving or forgive or whatever the heck needs to be done, this frequency that needs to be broadcasted, is if we keep on this forward trajectory of thinking this is a tough decision, because it's not, okay? So things can always be worse. All of these cups could have spilled over, but they didn't, okay? So this is like this whole, is the cup half full or is the cup half empty, or crying over spilled milk situation. But it's like, is the cup half full, is the cup half empty? Do you even still have a cup? There's always something to be grateful for. Just Nicole can't sleep at night. Have you tried working out? Have you tried working out and then taking a steamy shower? Okay. What's at the top? The journey. Once again, we get this journey. Once again, this focus on the moon. My attention is brought to this moon. So there's going to be epic shifts and changes coming with these upcoming full moons. I know all you Libras just, everybody kind of went through stuff with this eclipse that just happened yesterday, this lunar eclipse in Gemini. But this is definitely something that I saw affecting the Libras around me and in my life, definitely more. A lot of the signs were drastically affected by this. We all were. But definitely Libra was one of the ones that there's a lot of benefit to come from this, the days ahead and the full moons ahead. All right, so this is one of those cards that comes up like almost like every other month or like every other reading for you guys. Who is this person from the past? Who is this person that's no longer serving you? Because it shows them projecting back in or wanting to project back in, okay? And then it shows your magical ability, your mastery, and this decision to be made, weighing out your decisions. Do I go left or do I go right? Oh, that's a pretty simple one. Do I want more of this magical attainment and mastery, or do I want whatever? Do I want a turd in my punch bowl? You do not want a turd in your punch bowl, I promise you. It might sound good, but it doesn't sound. How does that sound good? All right. Yeah, later. Okay, hold on. Okay, bye. All right. Can I get an okay boy in the comments, please? All right. And Libra. Oh, Maron. One of my favorites. Star Rose Quartz, Aquamarine. Just pink kunzite. Pink kunzite. Can I get the chatoyance on there, please? If you guys had any idea how much work went into that, just multiply it times about 30. Oh. Okay. All right, that was Libra. Scorpio. Scorpio December timeline. Can I have some coffee yet? What is this? Good stuff. Scorpio December timeline. That coffee tastes like popcorn for some reason. Burnt popcorn. Yes. Now that guy, I'm not going to leave at the end, so you get extra cards. You get extra cards, Scorpio. Okay. There's that guru, there's that priest, there's that you being your own guru. You being your own counselor at the bottom of the deck. All right. So, okay, what do we have here? All right. Oh my God, my legs. All right, sorry. Moving forward while looking backwards upon the past. Okay, so this big shift is coming with the moon, okay? But to get on this shift, to have this shift, we need to figure out what's been going on in the past that keeps reoccurring, keeps coming up. All right, what's coming up, or what are we hiding and we don't want to come up, Scorpio? Okay, because here's what I see. I see this like emotional mastery, like, oh, I'm already there. I'm already the master. I've already done it all. But what it's really looking like is like just focusing on work and almost like distracting ourselves with, oh, I got to do this work. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. But it's almost like this boat is about to pull away from the dock. And it's not like if we miss this boat and you're seeing this video like at the end of the month and you didn't do this thing, that you've lost your opportunity. I don't see that. But what I do see is there can be an epic timeline shift much sooner, very quick. And like, you know, it can go with ease and grace if you figure out what needs to be released from the past instead of just distracting yourself with work. Have you been distracting yourself with work? Can I help you? You want to come say hi? Come here. She's like, I'm not sure. You never let me in there. It's my puppy. What are you doing? Get out of here. Okay. All right. In the past, fighting with others, fighting with family, fighting with coworkers, not even fighting. It's more like I said, that card that represents we're debating when you're really arguing, okay? So we see this card that represents argumentative nature, and then we go forward and we get to that tree of the Sephiroth. We get to that card that represents all of the family, kind of celebrating and being together. So this definitely is representing some sort of preparing for the holiday. People you're going to see, family members you're going to see, and not letting them rile you, not arguing with them, staying in your inner child, because these two cards are connected. So we're seeing the family, and we're seeing this opportunity to stay in the inner child, or we're seeing this opportunity to go back to the past, let them bring up the past or bring up situations or try to rile you and feed off of your energy, okay? Whether or not they're family, this is something that takes place, and this is something that you're getting some sort of pre-warning about. You're going to see a lot of these people. Scorpios, so just be prepared. Be prepared. because others are seeing you as the master. Others are seeing you as the master. So if they're seeing you as the master, don't you want to make sure that you're acting like the master? All right? Because others are seeing you as the emperor. That's an awesome card to have representing your sign right now. And then we're getting into the hopes or fears. This is obviously a hope, okay? Because I can't see why anyone would fear being happy. Even though I've heard of it before, I've seen it before. Some people feel like they don't deserve this, but you do. I promise you, you do. And this is a very awesome card to have as your hope. Because if you're hoping for it, it's going to happen. Because I'm seeing you attain through your magical nature, whatever it is that you want to. So instead of repeating the past by focusing on the past or subconsciously thinking about the past, whether you are or not, figuring out before the next full moon, which you have time, actually before the next new moon, they just corrected me, before the new moon, before the moon gets dark, knowing what you're going to create and set into motion. So what could be created and set into motion, if you don't know what that should be, is forgiving the past, releasing the past, allowing these things to come up that trigger you about the past or trigger you about these situations, and just allowing this stuff to dissolve and transmute in whatever manner it needs to, okay? Once again, the texts, the emails, the phone calls. Who is this person for you? This is not really linked to a certain person. It looks like it might be a brother or a sister for some of you, or some family member, because we have the family and then we have the card that represents siblings below that. So it looks like there's somebody to have conversations with. They might not just be as much of a spiritual manner. There might be just stuff about talking about the past, talking about past traumas, talking about difficulties. But once again, we're seeing this card that represents communication with somebody that's similar to us. And then when we get to the card in this cosmic position, we get to the Hermit, okay? So spending alone time in nature, all right? Whether it's too cold to go outside, whatever the situation is, where you are, the weather, it's, whatever is going on. This is saying the importance of taking this alone time. So don't let people tag along. On the day that you've decided to do this, make sure that you take that time, because it's what I'm seeing is it's something that kind of spirals out of control. It's kind of like Scorpio this month at some point is going to need like 20 minutes to 40 minutes alone. But if you don't get it, it's going to turn to 2 to 3 hours alone. And then if you don't get that, it's going to turn into like, don't talk to me. I'm going to turn into a grizzly bear. I need like 2 days. So instead of allowing that to happen, just take this time. Don't request this time from your significant other, or your lover, or your family members, or whatever. Just go and do it. Okay? All right. So these cards going forward, you get double whammies. You got double whammies because I don't end readings on a sword, especially that one. All right. So some sort of decision from your spirit guide. Your spirit guide is broadcasting what could be done, but you're weighing out your options. What does your spirit guide want you to know? We're right in diagonal with releasing the past, so it probably has something to do with that. All right. The truth setting you free. And once again, this card that represents the journey. Okay, so you're on this journey. The journey is attaining the truth, Scorpio. Very awesome stuff. So as you sit here on this journey, sit here, stand here, walk here, travel here, traverse here, once again, my attention's on the moon. The moon was on its side, okay? The moon, the moon, the moon, the moon, the moon. All right, so this is focusing on whatever this truth is. So what was your truth? As maybe difficult as it was for you to hear it when I brought it up. All right, what is this thing from the past that needs to be released? Scorpio, I can feel you guys right now just being like, shut up, stop bringing it up. No, I'm not gonna. We're ascending the Phoenix here together. We're on this journey together. All right, so what is that truth? The truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. And then we got this counselor, being your own counselor, figuring this thing out. You have to really be honest and true with yourself here, guys. Okay? Because it's going to happen quick. It's going to happen quick. So we got this card that represents movement, this card that represents the chariot, and this card that represents the car moving very, very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and just say, check your tires, check your tire pressure with all the winter, the inflation, deflation stuff. And maybe don't drive too quick if you got old bald tires. Just seeing these two cards together is weird for me. I'm not trying to broadcast any fear. Just check your tires, Scorpio, and just a weird thing to see. But just looking at this from a spiritual standpoint, because this is a spiritual channel, I just want to let you know about the physical, what these two cards can represent together. Just moving forward. Moving forward at the speed that you like. Moving forward at the speed that you want to move forward at, okay? So we see this light and night. We either have the High Priestess or the Chariot card coming up here. So we're seeing moving forward quickly. You want to move forward quickly. then you need to be looking where you're going. If you want to be looking where you're going so you don't trip, you can't be focused on the past. Just to bring that up one more again, okay? So, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, Scorpio. Oh, no, right there. Is this your card? Is this your card? Howdy there, Brandon. All righty. Okay, and Scorpio. Yes. Oh, the blue and rainbow. Oh, Maroon. He's a madman, I know. You got all your birthstones, your talismanic stones, all your magical things for balance and abundance and angelics. It's all in one. It's pretty comprehensive. Okay, who's next? I can just look down. Sag. Okay, that's pretty convenient. Requires less thinking. Not that I don't like thinking. Okay. Sagittarius. We're going to make it through this. We're in an hour and a half. Okay. Sagittarius, December timeline. All right. Here we go, brother man. Oh, yeah, that's a good point, brother. That could have been the Merkaba. That could have been some Merkaba stuff going on. That's a good way to look at that. Oh, those don't want to bridge. There we go. Oh, Maroon. All right, we got a popper. We got that guy again. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. December timeline. Really? Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Bottom of the deck, once again, being your own counselor, having this Hierophant on the bottom. Was that just the one we just did? Okay. All right. What do we have? Yeah. Let's take a look. Take a look. Drink some coffee. Okay. Working very hard, and then the new beginning not happening. So this is showing Sagittarius working very, very hard at something. Is it forgiveness? Is it something lower back? Is it abundance related? Is it worrying about money? There's something that's being worked on very, very hard, but like you're waiting for something to happen and it hasn't happened yet. And when we look, it says in the emotional category, once again, we get this Ace of Swords, the truth shall set you free. It hasn't happened because of a belief structure. There's thoughts that are on the mind that are causing things on the body. So whether this is having to forgive others or whether this is some sort of money thing or whatever's going on. So Sagittarius, you have to be really honest with yourself. What's going on in your reality that you wish wasn't going on right now? And then just holding yourself accountable and asking yourself why you've been creating that. You've been creating that by your belief structures. So shifting the belief structures. And once again, we're getting this message of forgiveness or whatever it is. When we look at the past, we're looking at this card that says either look through the spiritual window, worrying about money. I'm not really getting the money connection. I'm getting more look through the spiritual window. You know, these people being in this state because they need to look at things in a more spiritual manner. We get back to this card that keeps coming up, which is who are you texting? Who are you calling? Who are you emailing? Having this friend, having this person, or who is this person? Who is this figure that reminds you of yourself that you might not have realized that yet? But who is this person that you can have these conversations with about releasing it looks like there's some stuff to release. There's some forgiveness that needs to be had, and there's definitely some releasing. I feel for you, Sag. It looks like you're going through it at night, or at least there's some of you may be going through it at night or having difficulty sleeping during December. I hope that's not the case. I hope that by looking at this, we can dissolve this timeline and figure out whatever this is, whatever work that needs to be done, and we can move on without that. So once again, we see this person that you're messaging, emailing, texting, and then we're getting a little brief intro of who they are. This person is very powerful. They're probably a fire sign. It could be a masculine person, but this does not have to be a masculine person just because it's a king. This is somebody that's very fiery, okay? So there's this fiery person, could even be a, uncle, father figure, could be somebody like that as well. But being open to maybe this assistance in whatever it is, or having this conversation about what's leaving you feeling stuck, having this conversation maybe with somebody that you wouldn't expect to have it with. All right. How are others viewing you? Others are viewing you ready to give your love. Okay. So others looking in are seeing you ready to give your love. But what I'm going to tell you right here is if this is what's really going on, if you're hearing this reading and this is what's taking place right now, I'm not going to sit here and say you're not ready to give love. I'm saying that you should pause, because when we're in this state, then we manifest somebody in this state, and you deserve better than that state. And I know you want better than that state. So dissolve that state for yourself, and then open yourself up to whoever this person is that you want to meet. And this isn't a guarantee that that's what's going on. This is how people are viewing you, is wanting love, wanting to receive love, or wanting to give love. What the heck was that? All right. I'm hearing sounds. I don't know if anybody else heard that. Hopes and fears. All right. You're either hoping for this nurturing figurehead, or hoping to be, because I can't see how anyone would fear this galactic mother frequency. She is awesome. So this is either your own mother figure, or you hoping to be the best mother that you could be. So, being the holiday season, wanting to make mom happy, wanting to make people to make you happy. If you're the mother figure, that's a very common theme during this month of December. All right. We get to this marriage card, or this blending of the masculine and the feminine. Oh my God, Jody. Long time no see. What up? And now we're getting to this card that represents the blending of the masculine and the feminine, because it's more of that than a marriage card. But what it's saying is there's something that needs to be forgiven from the past, somebody that cheated, somebody that hurt us, somebody that we hurt. There's definitely this feeling tied up, whether worried about money or something keeping us up at night. But the thought processes are affecting the body. So if there's somebody that broke our heart, or somebody that this situation's going on, forgiving the person, releasing it, forgiving ourselves, we're just releasing this information, releasing this process, not progress, to get to progress. Because basically what's happening is there's all these different thoughts that are just coming in whatever manner, that are not thoughts that you want to be thinking, Sagittarius. I'm seeing them coming in at night. I'm seeing them in this thing. I'm seeing this thing. I'm seeing this thing. And none of this is stuff that you want. So you need to realize how powerful your thoughts are, how powerful your belief structure is, and dissolve whatever isn't serving you. It's like that whole saying that I was been saying for years now, the whole before that and better. If somebody says something, or you're believing something or saying something that's not what you want, and you tell yourself before that and better, and you move to the best possible frequency that you can believe in with your belief structure in this present moment at this time. Okay. I just don't want to see this. I want to see this dissolved by next month. And I know that you can do it. There's some very powerful full moons coming up. There's some very powerful stuff coming up in your future. January looks fantastic. And I'm just, the truth shall set you free. So admitting the truth to yourself to start this new beginning, because I'm seeing that the new beginning isn't happening. And this is either representing, like I said, some lower back pain, some hip pain, or you working very hard at this present moment when you don't need to be working that hard, instead of just starting this new beginning. And the new beginning isn't starting because of belief structure. So paying attention to your belief structure. All right. So the last three cards are representing January. A little brief peek ahead. We get the Queen of Wands. That card that can represent the witch, we call her the earth goddess here, the King of Wands, and the Lovers. So what this is saying is, this isn't a love reading, but we're going to be doing a little love reading because we have the Lovers card. And we see these two people in the same suit. All right, so you need to remember that like attracts like. So if there's anybody in your reality, Sagittarius, that is this, you might need to release this person. So you're not, like I said, broadcasting this and being in this vibration yourself. Like attracts like. Okay, so if you want to meet this awesome, awakened, magical person, an awesome, awakened, magical person does not feel this way. So this needs to be dissolved, and this new beginning, instead of being on its side, needs to stand up. Okay, so remembering that you want the reflection of yourself is all we can ever meet. So you need to really take a hard, long look in the mirror and ask yourself if the reflection of yourself is the person that you want to be with right now, and just do your best to become that person. Become the lover that you hope to attain. Be the vibration, because that's all the other person deserves, is an equal, okay? So be the best version of yourself that you possibly can, Sagittarius, and that the way that that's done is by starting this new beginning and releasing whatever's been bothering you emotionally. There we go. He makes it sound so easy. I know it's not easy. I never said it was easy. The first card in your reading was hard work. So no one ever said it was easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I just make it sound easy because it can be easy, because I don't want you to think it's difficult, because then you're going to manifest that it's difficult, and it doesn't need to be difficult. Soccer style kicker. Okay, sorry. Oh, I lost a few people on that one. He did not like that. Sagittarius, I freaking love you. Sag, look at you. Look at you. How about one of those? Maybe you just need more cowbell. Maybe you just need more cowbell. Oh, Labradorite. Okay, he's back. All right. Bro, if it was easy, they would never had. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Capricorn. Right. Oh my God, my legs. All right. It's not like I've been sitting for 2 hours. Yeah, they're funny talking about calci. I just had some come in today or yesterday. Okay. Oh, Maron. Capricorn, how dare you? No, I'm just kidding. It's not your fault. Sorry. Oh, we have a good time here. Okay, the marriage of the masculine and the feminine. Okay, moving on. All right. Moving forward. Congratulations, you're moving forward. But okay, all right. But this decision hasn't been made. Difficulty choosing whether to go left or go right. Difficulty choosing whether to forgive somebody. Difficulty choosing whether to heal some sacral chakra issue. Okay, so there isn't moving forward, but the possibility is here due to, like I said, the current state of what? Flashing forward to the full moon, through the new moon, actually. Once again, they're correcting me. It's a powerful new moon that's coming up. We just had this eclipse. We had the moon go dark. Okay, so now we're having this opportunity to put things and set things into motion with the next new moon. When the moon goes dark on that day, while it's like everything's dark in the sky, or at least that moon portion, putting things into motion or not, okay? Because this is showing emotionally having to look through the spiritual window, spiritually having to look through the spiritual window, because we're in the emotional category, okay? So not moving forward. What is this thing that we haven't made this decision that we know we need to move forward with? Because there's definitely Capricorn, holy indecision, Batman. You've got both cards out of the 78 within a 4-card spread of not making a decision. What is the worst that could happen? Seriously, there is no worst that could happen. The worst that could happen is you never make the decision and you're sitting there in your rocking chair in 70 years and wondering, what if? Just make a decision. Okay, all right, sorry. He doesn't mean to yell at you, but here we are. Okay, anyways. Who is the person that you contacted in the past to help you? Once again, we're getting this card that represents the text messages, the emails, and the phone calls. Who is this person that you used to call when things were going on, when you needed help, when you needed what? When you needed strength, okay? When you needed balance, when you needed this, whatever this card, this emotional or physical strength. Who did you call for that, okay? Because this is showing that maybe they need it as well, all right? We're getting this card, we're getting the strength and the moon connected here, okay? Because these two are connected. So this is saying that regardless of whatever the heck's been going on, whatever's been going on, this all can be put into a state of transmutation and dissolve to attain the balance that you desire, okay? And there's that friend once again. Who's that friend? How are people viewing you? People are viewing you as a good friend. So finding this friend from the past is very important. Finding this friend from the past, to be in contact with them by whatever means necessary. Maybe you used to have 1-hour phone calls and maybe it's supposed to just be a text message every 2 days. But being in contact with this person, Spirit's telling us that this is important for you, okay? So Capricorn, hoping for the high ground. Why are you hoping for the thing that you already have? Okay, you have the high ground. You have the high ground when you believe that you have the high ground, okay? So just stay in your high ground and just remember how powerful and awesome you are. You guys are like the hardest workers. You guys are just so epic and awesome. And both of my grandfathers were Capricorns. I know how awesome that sign is. They've been around me in my life the whole time. If there's one thing a Leo needs, it's sometimes a Capricorn to come up when they're laying on the couch and kick the couch and say, get off your lazy butt. Okay? All right. So anyways, the journey. It's all about the journey. It's all about traveling to this, whatever this river is, this very powerful for you water source. Whether it's the ocean and you sit in your car with the heat bumping, or you actually take a hike back down by some river, creek, lake, whatever it is, this is telling you to make a journey, a nearby journey. This doesn't have to be a vacation. If you have the means to go on a vacation, then do it, mind you. But this is saying to take this journey to the water, okay? Take this journey to the water for balance. For balance. This card, once again, it can represent a lawyer. It's not representing that. It's representing balance. It's representing something connected to these scales of Libra and you being the paladin, being the light warrior that you are. You are this light warrior. But guess what? And this is not a diss. Light warriors make the right decision when the decision comes up. They do not sit in indecision. So I'm just, your brother's here to let you know, make these decisions. Don't just sit and wait. There is no worst case scenario, but you shouldn't have a worst case scenario. Okay? So now we're getting to this. Holy crap. I kept dropping swords at the end, so I had to keep dropping more cards. This has never even happened before. I think one time I've seen this happen in 4 cards, and then maybe one time it happened 5 times in all the thousands of readings I've ever done. So we've got the bottom card, fighting with family. Fighting with some sort of female person, and fighting with some masculine person, and then this card that can represent karma being dealt. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself. So, Capricorn, pay attention over the holiday. Pay attention to who these people are representing to you. Do not get riled. Do not get into the state of debate. Do not get into this state of argumentative nature so strong and so in touch with your ego that you get the wheel spinning and you say something to hurt these people. If you hurt this person or you hurt this person and they keep thinking, why did they say that? Why did they say that? What was that? What was that? For a week, for 2 weeks, for a month, for 3 months, 3 years, that is something that is not good for your energy. So this is giving you a warning that whether your family's a bunch of ball busters or whether they like to argue, or whether they debate, you're going to be seeing these people. Most of you are going to be seeing these people, Capricorn, okay? So paying attention, not getting triggered, and not getting riled. Because I know how you get riled. I never get riled. You're riled right now. Okay. Anyways, moving on. All right. Because what we're getting here is the balance, seeing beyond the veil. So seeing beyond the veil and preparing, like I said, who's the guy, who's the gal, who are these people that could get you riled, Capricorn? Asking yourself this ahead of time, tuning in and saying, who are these people? Because then when it happens, it's kind of funny, isn't it? When you prepare for something and you say, well, he must be talking about Uncle so-and-so and my sister so-and-so. And then you just go, when they do that thing, you kind of just observe and they're like, wait a minute, this isn't working. Oh my God, what is that look? What is that gaze they're giving me? My higher selves can feel it. Oh my God, I'm running away. Okay. Because we're getting this. There's the high priestess. That's you, every guy, every gal. And then we're getting this message. You might be able to see this in dream time, paying attention to your dream state. Okay. And then we're getting this card that represents retrieval and or balance. Once again, there's those scales and being loving. Okay. So you have the option of paying attention to your dream state to see what it is, because you have these choices, okay, to then have to balance this later. So if you screw up, all right, if you're watching this video later or you forget about this and you get all riled, you had a couple drinks, Christmas Day or whatever holiday, and you're riled, you say the mean thing to whoever these figureheads are in your reading, you're going to have to balance it. Or you just stay in your loving state and be the rock for the family because you're the most powerful person because you're watching this right now. And you're not the most powerful person because you're watching this right now. You're the most powerful person if you're getting the option to get riled, you're getting the option to get triggered and you don't allow it to happen. Okay? Because then we're getting moving forward while looking backwards as the last card. Another sword, the King of Swords moving forward. And then we're getting the Knight of Swords moving forward. So I had to keep dropping more cards like I told you to get to enjoying the fire things in life. But what else does she represent with all of her grapes around her? The wine-drinking woman. So whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, maybe this is a message, okay, that this argument or this getting riled or this getting triggered or whatever the heck it is that's going to take place this holiday season has to do with you being buzzed or drunk. Some sort of alcohol might be involved. So to pay attention, because this stuff can happen. It's more common, like people that don't drink will often drink on holidays, okay? Paying attention to not allowing all these swords to take place in your reality. You have every option. You have every choice. You can work on all this, and you can be this very strong light warrior that you are already, having the high ground, or you can kind of just sit in indecision and make what you don't want. There's things to balance. Pay attention to when the new moon is. I wish I had this date already set up and knew, so you guys could just write it down, but just do some research, see when the new moon is for you, and just ask yourself what it is that you want. Ask yourself, and don't ask yourself what you don't want. Put things into motion. We need to say and cast the spell in a manner that puts the words into motion. So what is it that you'd like to dissolve? And instead of saying, I'm going to try to do this, or I want to start to stop doing this. What is it? Saying it in a manner that dissolves by putting it into motion. Because like a lot of times people say to me, well, Alexander, you're telling me not to say it this way, but that's the way it is. Well, if you put into your belief structure, if you set into motion, you cast the magic spell, spelling, words, grimoire, grammar, cursive, all that stuff. If you cast the spell that that's the way that it is, then that's the way that it will be because that's your belief structure. But if you set into motion, regardless of whatever your belief structure is, you need to at least believe that shifts and changes are possible. So if you set into motion the belief structure that whatever this thing is that's not serving you, whether it's like, money worries or whatever the heck it is, it's going to dissolve. Set it into a state of dissolving, okay? Remember, okay? Balancing the masculine and the feminine. I love you guys so much. So very much. This is going to take a while to pick up. Okay. So you might want to just tune back in about 5 minutes because I'm going to be picking up Capricorn's reading. Okay. Oh my God. 2 hours later, he's still sitting here because he loves you guys. Oh, Capricorn, look at you. This is probably my favorite. I'm going to be real with you. Sometimes I'm like looking at a bracelet and I'm like, can I wear that one? Can I wear that one with the blue azurite and the real amber and the holy crap, he put platinum and silver on a star garnet? He's a madman. He's a madman. He's labradorite, golden obsidian. I can't. We're not talking about that today. I'm just showing you because if you're going to get somebody a gift, Mom and dad don't want slippers and a freaking new wallet. Okay, give them something that's going to help them every day. All right, crystalcarn.com. I got my 5-packs too. If you really want to get gifts, it's like 5 for $250. Yeah, I don't plug my stuff often, but when I do, he does. Okay, moving on. Aquarius. Aquarius. Na, 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 na. Okay. They say if you put too many plugs in an outlet, it can cause an electrical fire. Aquarius, December timeline. Let's see. What's going on, Aquarius? Let's see what's going on, my Aquarian family. Oh my God. All right. I got you. Don't worry. Well, I mean, it ends on a bang, a good card. I kid. All right. Do unto others as you want done unto yourself is at the bottom of the deck. Hey, at least we get a different reading finally. At least something is a little bit different. Still is all around the moon. Around this next new moon. All right. Holy crap, Aquarius. Okay, so we see this turd in the punch bowl person. All right. We see this person who isn't very nice that we could have walked away from whenever we wanted to. This is not a shackle. It's a very loose chain. And then we have this card that represents soul retrieval, but it's down on its side. So who is this person to you? Where are they from? Are they from the past? Are they from the present moment? They took something. You need to get it back. Okay? So that's what you'll be setting into motion on this new moon. Is anybody that has anything of yours, that is yours, it will be cleared, it will be transmuted, it will be healed, everything will be crossed over that is attached to it, that is no longer serving you, and you will get your power or energy back, okay? Because this person was naughty, okay? This person was naughty, and we're just going to we're going to move on. We're going to move on before Alexander starts just incinerating these devils. Okay, moving on. All right, here we go. The King of Wands, all right. And this is in the emotional category. So this is you reaching this mastery, reaching this magical mastery. Reaching this magical mastery becomes easiest when you've retrieved whatever was taken from you. Okay? So we see this magical master, which is you every... All right, they didn't like that. That one just disconnected me. And then we get to this card of the marriage of the masculine and the feminine, blending these two energies together. Okay? So we're getting this in the physical. So you know, to do this, you need to have whatever this energy is, or you at least need to set into motion that this has been done, okay? Sometimes, and I'm seeing some of these cards with this right now, we worry about, well, what will happen to this person? Why are you worried about this person? Look at them. Would you look at them? Or would you? Well, would you look at it? Well, just look at that. Well, would you just look at that? That person's a turd, and they're worried about the turd. Flush him down the toilet is what I say. All right, moving on. The marriage of the masculine and the feminine. Once again, we have this friend from this past timeline. Okay, so who's the friend from the past timeline that you could be having these conversations with? Okay, because we're seeing this rainbow bridge of ascension, possible timeline on one aspect. So here's one timeline. Here's the other once again, because these two cards are connected, and these cards don't make sense to be connected. So this is showing you, Aquarius, the potential timelines you have. You can have indecision and just whatever this is. I won't even say the other emotions and things and categories that are attached to this card, or you can have celebration in the rainbow bridge. Seems pretty cut and dry, seems pretty easy to me, but once again, sometimes this work is easier said than done. People are seeing things move very quickly. People are seeing you maybe get aggravated a little bit easier this month very quickly, or a little bit snippy. Okay, so getting this card now is a warning that doesn't need to take place. That's why Alexander loves these timeline readings. I don't want you to look at any of these readings or anything I ever say as this is what's going to happen. We look at this as a pre-warning. We look at this as a what was going to happen if Alexander didn't drop the cards, and then we can improve upon this. Okay, hopes and fears. This is obviously a hope. Everybody hopes to have the truth. You already have the truth. Aquarius, you guys are super intuitive, and you know it, okay? You're fixed air, you're epic, you're awesome, all right? You have the truth, okay? So hoping to have the truth that you already have and know and you can feel in your dum-dum, okay? There could be other things manifested, like things that you don't have that you want, okay? Not manifesting the things that you already have. So here's the moon once again, showing the importance of this next new moon. And if you want to be on this timeline of celebrating, okay, this balance needs to be acquired. The balance is acquired by taking back whatever was taken from you and asking that the energy be returned to you and purified, because that's how powerful you are. And that's what's possible. And if you need to contact somebody, you know, this is a work that I do. I'm not telling you guys you have to contact me. This is work that it says that you can do yourself, okay? But if you're needing to contact somebody, if there is somebody that you can help or a friend or whatnot, then reach out and do this, okay? Because this shows feeling like this is deserved, feeling like whatever this is or whoever this devil person was that you probably met at work, because that's one of the alignments that this is in. It's probably somebody you met at an old job, or they worked at the next store over. You wouldn't have met if you weren't working. For most of you, you'll see that that's the synchronicity here, okay? There's this belief structure that you deserve this, or this was some sort of karma. This has already been paid off. The wheel has stopped, all right? It's all about stacking dharma, which is what you're doing, because you wouldn't have this card at the end of your reading if you were a bad person. This is the best card in the deck, as I was telling you. But once again, we're seeing these two potential options. We're seeing this option for multidimensionality, and we're seeing this option for having to, not a death card. This is not representing actual physical death. This is representing, like I said, it was one of the other signs. Maybe it was Sagittarius. I can't remember which one it was now. But it was representing you can do this now or you can do it next month. Okay? This isn't one of those things that if it doesn't get done, it's off the books and you can't do it. This is representing that a timeline shift is coming soon. Maybe it's in about a month and a half or 2 months, but a timeline shift is coming. If I had to guess, I would say the timeline shift is coming when everything leaves Capricorn and moves into Aquarius. So just setting into motion, being the multidimensional epic person that you are, instead of having to just do this work in the future. What is the work? The work is just setting into motion your belief structures and what you want. You want to be celebrating, and you want to be recollecting whatever the heck was taken away from you. And then, oh yeah, also just more of that. More of just being this intuitive, awesome person that can see beyond the veil, your third eye's turned on, and you're completely balanced in light and shadow, okay? That's all. No big deal. Just, you know, the High Priestess, the Oracle of Delphi. Come on. And then a little bit of that too, that Valkyrie. We love her. We love her. We love that Amazon. Ascended Amazon, that is. All right. Am I done yet? Yeah, I'm all done. Sorry, Pisces, we're out. No, I'm just kidding, Pisces. Imagine that person has been waiting since the beginning. They're like, no! Got him. All right. Sorry, Pisces, I'm out of coffee. You had a nice run, now you're done, son. Okay. All right, no, serious. Let's be serious now. Okay, Pisces, December timeline. right. Alone time, the Hermit, that card that represents Merlin at the bottom of the deck. All right. Hey. Oh, I almost forgot. Wait, hold on. That's Pisces. Look at how lit Aquarius is. We're going to show this to you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, moving on. All right. Okay. Take it from the top, Johnny. Okay, what do we have for him? We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so we get the Ace of Wands, this magical attainment. All right. What is necessary for this? The Empress is down on her side. Okay. So what's going on with Mother, the Mother frequency, or our own Divine Feminine? This is showing that something needs to be done, because when we get right from there, we get to the emotional category, and we get to feeling stuck or tied up, or the thought process is causing issues on the body. Something is out of alignment with the feminine thought processes or the feminine frequency, or something that we're not doing, not saying. There's something that we're not doing that needs to be done, okay? Because then we get right into this physical card. Once again, this wheel has been all over this month, okay? We're getting this card that can represent karma, but it can also represent dharma, all right? So I'm seeing that something needs to be balanced or reattained, very similar to the last reading. This is actually some confusing card layouts, but I got this. All right, magical attainment, Mother down on her side, feeling tied up, karma. So then in the past, once again, holy crap, how many times has this card been in the same position? Once again, there's somebody to text, call, or email from the past timeline, some friend or family member that you haven't talked to in a while, or maybe you haven't talked to for actual emotional or physical support in a while. All right, because then once again, we get to this card, which also can represent soul retrieval, also represent energy returning to yourself and a decision, okay? So this is representing energy. Oh, I see it now. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, really? I got to say that? Is that what we're doing here? That's what we're doing here? Okay. All right. This is actually representing a certain way that a very influential feminine figure in your life was treated, and dissolving that, and dissolving those belief structures, okay? This is your job if you choose to accept it, Pisces, okay? This is what at least you have the option to work on right now. Something was observed in the way either dad treated mom, or this person treated this person, or you treated this person, and you have this option to balance it and return this energy, dissolve this. Yeah, now I'm speaking, because this is a very, leave it to Pisces, this like last sign on the way out, powerful water sign. This is like some deep work that's taking place here. And it's like almost like beyond soul retrieval. There's something that's being balanced. There's something that's being transmuted. So now I'm seeing it. Okay. All right. So moving on. How are people seeing you? What was I just saying? People are seeing you as this magical master. People are seeing you as this King of Wands. Whether you're a guy, whether you're a gal, they're seeing you as this person in your magical power. Hopes or fears. This is either fearing needing counseling, or hoping for a counselor, or hoping to become your own counselor. That's what I hope this is. Hoping to be your own guru, because that's what you are. Because what are you? You're a light warrior, okay? The Knight of Wands, we love this card. You're a light warrior. This is how people see you, as this like masculine, not masculine, but just powerful, in their power magician. But this is actually you as this light warrior charging into battle, not with a weapon, but almost with just pure magic. Do I throw a fireball, or do I just heal everybody and run off and say, now you have to start all over? Isn't that funny? Okay, so once again, we get to this masculine figurehead, whoever this person is to you, somebody that was probably ex-military, some sort of in a position of power, okay? This person that's in a position of power is this person that instilled these thought structures and belief structures that need to be dissolved. Okay, so figuring out who this is to you, all right? And that's what should be being done. I don't have a lot of stuff that's representing the moon, but since that's been the ongoing theme, maybe I didn't need to see that. But there's something that you can either do, get done, or set in motion by this next new moon. What was at the bottom? Oh, we get the Hermit. There's something that you're definitely spending time alone and manifesting and looking at, okay? All right, so, okay. So once again, we get this card. So representing the glance into the future. So looking at this as January. This card that represents crying over spilled milk. This card that represents this journey, okay? Or this vacation or this trip. And then this card that represents you having the high ground. So once again, we have this potential of these two different timelines, okay? We have this because these cards don't make sense together, all right? These cards just don't make sense together. It's like almost like opposites attract situation. So you have the option of doing this work later, or you have this option of doing this work now. It looks like one way or another this work's going to get done. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Pisces, whether you knew it or not, that this was taking place, that you guys agreed to do all this, because it looks like this is for everybody's mom. This is for everybody's dad. This is for all of this balance of the masculine and the feminine to be attained. Like, this work needs to be done. And I know what you're thinking. I got enough on my plate. What is all this, Alexander? But this is very, very good. And like I said, I wanted to thank you for that. It looks like a lot of spiritual work, Pisces. I thank you for it. Just know, however much dharma you think you're stacking from this, it's more than you could ever imagine for agreeing to take upon this magical venue called life. Okay? I thank you so very much. Oh, Pisces, don't forget your son over the ocean. Oh my God, he's a madman. Sea sediment from the bottom of the ocean. I don't, it's better to just, that's moonstone. CrystalCarton.com, free shipping right now. The 5-packs are up there if you want to get an actual gift that someone will actually enjoy. And I freaking love you guys. If you want to book a session, they're at GalacticTarot.com. I got to go stretch my legs. I've been sitting here for hours. I love you guys so very much. I thank you so very much. We're at 1,500 subscribers in just these past few months. I thank you for all your love. I thank you for all your support. Yeah, I will see you very soon. There's so much. Where's Capricorn? We did Capricorn, brother. Where were you? Where were you? We did all the signs. Yeah, we just went through all 12 signs. So yeah, thank you very much. I love you guys so much. I will see you very, very soon. Lots of new content. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, be alerted when I go live. Namaste. Love you. Mwah.